Look, it's quite a heart-wrenching story, but also quite complex. You know, one of those stories that keep developing, you know, new facts all the time, new information all the time. But what we're getting here is that the body of a child was discovered, and people believe that this is the body of 11-year-old Pfunzo Makuya, who disappeared last week on Wednesday. And we are here. We visited her family just to speak to them about this. But as I said, the body was found floating in local Mutshedzi Dam. You can see behind me, that is the section of that particular dam. It's a massive and sprawling dam, but that is where the body was discovered. We came here, we visited the family, and we tried speaking to the mother of the child, and she's quite jaded, visibly jaded, and so distraught that she feels that she cannot speak to media right now. But then we were allowed to speak to the aunt, who you will see later on, you know, visuals. We also tried to speak to her live here, but she felt she wasn't comfortable to speak to us live. These cases have been reported here. We've done quite a number of stories here about children disappearing and later being found dead, and also women being killed here. Later on, we're going to be visiting another family in this village where a woman was allegedly killed by her lover just a day after this particular case that we are on right now. And I can tell you that most of the cases that we dealt with were perpetrated by men. I'm not saying that women are not found doing these deeds, but also it's mostly men who suspected, also arrested, and sometimes persecuted. And in this area, there is a non-profit organization that calls itself Real Men Foundation. This organization deals with men. You know, they try to plumb the depth of the mentality of men. Why are they angry? Why do they commit these heinous crimes? And now I'm here standing by with the founder of that particular organization, that's Mr. Calvin Nenguza. Mr. Nenguza, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your patience and your time. You were talking earlier on here with my colleague Matlago Komani that you feel that men are angry. You feel that men are victims of their own patriarchal system. Why are we angry?
Thank you very much, Lutendo, for having us. I can confirm, like as you've indicated already, you know, when we have one-on-one session with men, you know, just to find out as to why, what makes you behave the way you are behaving. You know, most of them, it seems like they are very angry. And then the reason why for them to be angry is the number one, they feel like they're not taken serious. When they have a problem, they're blaming even us and the government as well, that there's no one who's prepared and ready to listen to them. So that's the reason why they end up like doing those type of behavior of killing women and children. And you can see, I can confirm with the statistics, because it's rising each and every day. You know, where you find that men are killing women and then men are killing children as well. So, but as Real Men Foundation, we are trying each and every day just to come up with a plan, with the programs that we are having currently, just to sit down with the men and teach them as to how to behave, as to how they can come up with a solution when having those problems at home. So that's what we are doing now as Real Men Foundation.
And the stats here are alarming. There was a time where 13,000 cases were reported. I mean, we are not taking a step in the dark. These are true facts about the cases here, and we cannot justify killing anyone. Talk to us about those programs, just briefly about the programs that you have to try and help men.
Okay, no, thank you very much. Remember, like only if we can count only for this month, you know, in the quarterly basis, we normally organize, we can call it Imbizo or men's conference that we normally have. This year already we had 3. You'll recall we had one with the Minister Bikitele. I think it was 5th of March, and then this year again, on the 6th of August, we had this main conference with our Minister, Ronald Lamola, and the third one, it was with Minister of Women. So, but what we are trying to do now, we saw that even though we are doing that, it's still not helping, because you can see that the statistics is still going up. Yeah. So what we are doing now, in a monthly basis, we normally go to the villages, especially where the statistics is high. We organize those type of conference where we call all men to come up together on board so that we can discuss, and we even give them chance as to what, so that they can bottle out and tell us exactly why are they doing that, so that we can, after that, we come with a solution. Like, if you are facing this type of problem, this is the solution that can help you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Ray.
No,
thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. So yes, as you said, as you hear him saying, the cases here are always on the increase. You know, especially towards the 16 days of activism against child and women abuse. You don't understand why. It's strange. It's particularly engrossing all the time. When we are moving towards December, the cases just increase. There's also an increase in persecution rates, but this does not seem to be helping. Maybe it has to be nipped in the bud. How? I do not know.